Now at 6, a live look from our standard camera over the city of Portland. We are in a Storm Tracker 2 weather alert. K2 is on your side with everything you need to know as we brace for another round of sizzling temperatures.
Please don't cut this program.
We plead with you to trust our voices when we say this program matters.
Families voicing their concerns about the future of Multnomah County's free preschool program. What the county chair is telling us about the changes being considered ahead of the first reading today. Plus, dozens of public school employees are voting in just a few hours about whether or not to go on strike, what they're demanding from the district.
This is a K2 Storm Tracker weather alert.
That Storm Tracker 2 weather alert as we brace for temperatures in the 90s, possibly the triple digits. Here's a live look at the city of Portland as we pan over to Mount Hood from our camera that's on the Big Pink. It's a great, beautiful morning out there, but maybe get out there now while you can because the next couple of days look brutal. Good morning on this Thursday, August 21st. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Angelica Thornton. K2 has team coverage to help you get ready for this late summer heat wave. K2's Daryl Burke is breaking down what you need to know to stay safe as these temperatures go up. Mike Warner's on the road with a warning about how it could slow down your commute in the next few days. First, let's bring in Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Rhonda Shelby. Okay, Rhonda, what do we need to know going into this right now?
So many of you have already been seeing the watches and warnings on your phones. Here's the thing, though. Many of these are now ramped up to warnings rather than just watches. So the first thing that has ramped up is the extreme heat watch. For tomorrow goes into effect by midday, but it is now a heat warning, meaning that imminent heat is likely here. And then heat advisories. There are new ones now for the rest of the area that won't be near 100, but still be up near 95. Those are new for today. In effect, well, it's looking like it's going to be Friday to Tuesday now, our longest possible heat wave of the summer where temperatures will stay above 90. This is for all of the inland valleys in Oregon, Washington. In fact, this extends all the way to the Puget Sound and all the way down to the Rogue Valley and the Columbia River Gorge as well. So this is a whole lot of the map that is now lit up in some kind of watch or warning when it comes to heat, and even a few in here for fire danger. So I will walk you through it here in just a few minutes.
Okay, Rhonda, thank you. Let's go out to Mike Warner in the On Point Live Drive. He's now on 217 in Beaverton. How are we looking on the west side, Mike?
We're doing okay, except for when you get up to 26, we do have a crash. It's going to be the center lane blocked right near Jefferson if you're going eastbound. So eastbound traffic on 26, that's going to jam stuff up. As you know, it already gets jammed up anyway about this time of the morning. So just be aware, going to get extra time. I'm heading up there to take a look at it. That's Highway 26, eastbound. The center lane is blocked for a crash. And as far as the heat is concerned, we just want you to be prepared for tomorrow. When it gets up to 100 degrees, those TriMet trains, they slow down to 35 miles an hour. It's going to create a delay across the whole system. So just plan for tomorrow that it's possible those TriMet trains could slow down when it gets up to 100 degrees. We're going to update you on all the traffic here in just about 10 minutes.
All right, Mike, thank you. As Rhonda just mentioned, the heat will really crank up heading into tomorrow and the weekend, which could be dangerous for anyone who spends any time outside. K2's Daryl Burke is here in the studio this morning. Safety is something we talk about every time we have a heat wave, but there's a reason for it, right? And doctors and health officials are saying some of this advice could save your life.
Yeah, this is really just helpful advice always. And when we talk about those scorching temperatures, that could increase the risk for heat stroke and could be a Kickstarter for a lot of other serious symptoms that we all need to be aware of. Dizziness and headaches, for example, are signs that you should get out of direct sunlight, find a cooler spot, and drink lots of water. Moderate symptoms like fatigue or vomiting may require medical attention, while trouble communicating or confusion can be signs of something much more serious that may require urgent care. Multnomah County is actually investigating a pair of possible heat-related deaths that occurred last week, and both victims were in their 50s. Dr. Ann Toledo with Kaiser Permanente says there are two groups that are always most at risk during dangerous heat.
Some age groups or certain conditions, people are going to be more sensitive. Their bodies can't handle it as well. So that's going to be things like little kids and babies. Their bodies are very small. Similarly, very elderly adults, again, can't sweat as effectively. Sometimes they have limitations in their ability to communicate or sense when something is happening. They have thin skin. They're not able to retain as much water necessarily.
Toledo also spoke about the dangers of cooling off in cold bodies of water like rivers, for example. She says if you overheat outside and jump right in, that could cause a body shock, making it difficult to breathe and move around. And in extreme cases, that could cause a person to drown.
That is so important. A couple years ago, it happened to me in Montana. I'm a good swimmer, but it was so cold when I jumped in, I forgot what to do. I was trying to swim against the current. I got tired.
Right.
My sister-in-law pulled me out, thank God. So don't think you're immune to these problems that happen during this hot
weather. Off that, I remember I was a kid and it was routine on summer vacations at the hotels. I would jump in the cold water and jump right into the hot tub. So it'd be cold water into the hot tub, and that's dangerous. I wish my younger self would know that, that's not recommended. That could be deadly. And so we also want to remind people, this is not something that any of you have never heard before, obviously. This is obvious, but drink plenty of water. I mean, I drink my 50 ounces a day, and you're going to want to start early on. Don't wait until you overheat. You don't want to be catching up at a point where you're already facing those health and safety risks. So always something to be aware of.
Yeah. Great reminders, Daryl. Thank you. Stick with K2 for continuing coverage as this heat wave moves in. Be sure to download our free K2 weather app so you can stay ahead of those watches, warnings, and the changing conditions.